Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Two-time Pro Bowler. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 23-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Check 50. Check 50. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Check 3. Check 3. Red.
Now Rivers toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's third down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Hey, Alpha, you ain't doing nothing today.
On third down, Rivers. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10.
It's our time. Check 3. Check 3. 52.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 46-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 25.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
3rd and 2, now Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
230. Take both of them. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. Trucks through him.
Oh, man.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner His 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Hey, Delta! Wait, 89!
To throw, Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Switzer on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 7 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Now Gordon on 1st down. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Ready! Round 80!
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Shift! Check. Switch. Watch the edge. Shift.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, alert 3.
Cluster up.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30, 10, and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Touchdown, baby. Let's go.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Here's Switzer. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
On second and very short, Roethlisberger. They find some open field here. Down the numbers. There he goes. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
Start! 230.
Got you, boy. I got you, boy. Switch.
These two. You lose, relax, like that.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So the sack, and now a third and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
He's crossing. He's checking.
Hey, Rocket.
Tight dog.
Final play of the half, Rivers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Again, a run with Connor. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Adrian Phillips, an all-pro as a special teamer last year, in on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Connor. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They run with Connor. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On first down, it's Samuels. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Easy. Check 43. Take 2 of them.
On first down, it's Connor, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Trevor Williams was shot out of a cannon there on the corner blitz.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. To throw here, Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play there by Gordon. 45 yards on the ground. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Rivers gets it to Gordon. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt.
Fresno. Tighten up. Jim.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large. But here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school. I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And he connects with Vance McDonald. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They'll run on 1st down. Connor. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Play 89.
They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Undercrunch. Red Delta! Buffalo 1. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Hey. It's my 7.
Throwing Rivers. And Allen's got it. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 83 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Roethlisberger on target to Washington. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Roethlisberger will throw, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check 52.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. A first throw here for the backup Taylor. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Watch 98. 98's the mic. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Back. Check. Zoom.
Throwing now is Taylor. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
At the Chargers' 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Push him back. Check 99. Out.
trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They go back to Gordon here on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. This is Gordon as they go to him again. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 22.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
180! 180!
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we